Hi everybody. Look familiar? I just finished doing my advent. This is a WIPs and finished objects video and upcoming. Been a while since I did one, so about time. I do have a few finished objects, but first let's do the admin. Welcome to returning Fiber family. Welcome to new Fiber family. And if it's your first time here and you like what you see, feel free to join the family. Click subscribe below, bell beside, all, and hopefully YouTube will notify you when I upload a video, which is going to be quite a few over the next 20 some days. So, what have I been working on? Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I have been working #WorkTheWips, trying to get some things done. So, let's just dive right into it. Now, I've showed you some of these. You've seen most of them in some various stage of being done. The first one I'm going to show you is the sock that I was working on. It's that one from Lion Brand I showed you that was a free pattern, the Ruffle trim socks. Let's see if I can make this a little bit. So, where am I at on these? Actually, I had finished the first one, and all I was ready to do was do the Kitchener on the toe, and I looked at it, and honest to gosh, it would have been made for somebody that had like only 3 toes. So I tinked back, actually I frogged back all the way to where you start the decreases for the toes. On DPNs, I had to make sure my stitch count was right. So that's what I'm doing on here, and once I finish that and Kitchener toe, I will pick up and knit the ruffle. This is being done in Patton's Croy sock yarn, colorway copper color. This was gifted to me last year during Get Your Yarny Wishes Granted. It's 50-gram ball, super fine one, 3.25 millimeter knitting needles, 3.25 millimeter crochet hook. It is probably wool nylon blend. Let me see, 75% washable wool, 25% nylon. Made in Turkey. Peyton's, Ontario, Canada. Basically, it's Canadian yarn, but it's lovely. It's good to work with. It's gonna make nice socks. It's gonna be a sturdy sock. It's not as soft as some of my other sock yarn, but I mean it's gonna be a good. So you can see my stitches. My tension stayed pretty decent throughout, and I'm using. I did them on up to here on 9-inch Chow Goose, 2.75. And then I switched to my Knit Picks 2.75 DPN, shorty DPNs. So that's where I want. So that'll be finished soon. I haven't showed it any love for the last week. I've been working on some other stuff. So we'll just hang. I'm putting these away as I talk to you because my craft room's a disaster area. Now, next thing I was working on was the mitt. I finished the first mitt that I was doing. Okay, these ones here, and I have to remember to put the pattern in these patterns in the description box below, which I will do. Okay, it was an easy pattern to do. Darlene said she liked the pattern, so I said, okay, I'll send it to you. I said, but you can't do the thumb on Magic Loop. You need DPNs to do your thumb, especially to keep away from the holes that you get, same as in socks. This is the first one that I did, and that's what it looks like. So it will keep my hands warm. I did it in Karen Simply Soft. It has like just a mini eyelet, kind of like a mock. If you look here, you can see the holes. Those are from Yarn Numbers. Karen Simply Soft, Speckles. That's the yarn. I had a bunch of it when it was on sale. Mary Maxim had a bunch. I got a bunch of it. Made in India. The color is called Galaxy. 5 ounces, 141 grams, 235 yards, or 215 meters. And it's 100% acrylic. It is very soft. Most of us have worked with Caron Simply Soft. It's one of our basic go-to acrylic yarns, but it is lovely to work with. It does have a tendency to split sometimes, but lovely. Especially, I've made a lot of baby blankets and dresses out of this. So that's the first one done, and I'm going to cast the second one on. And I did it on Chalgu Shorties, 4mm with an 8-inch cable. So that's what I did them on, and then of course I did my thumb on DPNs. Very simple pattern. A basic knitter can do this. A beginner knitter can do this. And reading the patterns on hard. So I will make sure I put these patterns in the description box. I have to remind myself. Okay, the next thing that I got done, and the inspiration for this was freezing my tuchus off one night on the ferry. My face was froze, so I decided, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a balaclava. People say, what's a balaclava? This is a balaclava. Now this is it's a pretty easy basic pattern. Knit and purls, increase, decrease, and I think you have to add some stitches, cast on stitches. Not quite sure, but anyways, a Gracie hair all over it. But what I did different on this was I didn't close the top off. I've got Gracie hair, my hair. I left a hole for my ponytail. And this is made out of Red Heart Super Saver blue, navy blue, something like that. But it's really, let's see if I can put it on. Got to pull it on. I know you can't see me. And I can't even get it on straight. I think I've got to cut Tink back and make this a little smaller. A little smaller. So I'll give this to a kid and I'll put a pom-pom on the top. But, excuse me. This is a balaclava. Now I can see you. But I haven't even blocked it or nothing. It's actually pretty soft. For Red Heart Super Saver, it's pretty soft. I've noticed the blue and some of the colors I had gotten are very soft. So that was another finished object that I had. So that's it for finished objects. That I could, well, you can't see the one because I'll take a picture of it when it's done, and then after Christmas I will show you a picture. Then hubby says I need a scarf. He went back to work this week. He's had pneumonia, as you all have known. He's feeling a little bit better, but still, he's still far from being healthy. And he said, I'd like a scarf to wear. So I grabbed some Lion Brand Pound of Love Oxford Gray, and I grabbed the same blue that I was made out of from the balaclava, and I looked up a pattern, and I don't have it, nothing. It was just a very simple repeat to remember. It was a free pattern. Went on Ravelry. I'm holding 3 strands together, and I'm knitting it on size 10mm needles, US 15. These are my knit picks. And it was basically cast on 60. It was cast on 60 or 39. 39, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 39 stitches. You cast on 39 stitches. And basically all it is it's knit 1, purl 1 twice, and then knit 2, purl 1. And that's all it is. It's called Mistaken Rib. So it's very thick, very stretchy. And I asked if this was too wide because I thought maybe make it in half. But he said no, so I just work on that. Like I said, it's really easy. So he wanted a scarf, so I'll make them. I do have other scarves I made. They're downstairs, but he wants me to make a scarf. I'm just putting the patterns here that I need to put up on the, and I'll have to see if I can find that one in Ravelry again. So that's a WIP. The other 2 WIPs I'm going to show you are blankets. The rest of them, another video. I haven't made enough progress on anything really worth showing. You all know that I was working on, I've actually been working on this, trying to get it done, to get it off my list by the end of the year. And this was the Seaside Sampler. Okay, and right now I am on this blue row right here, so that's all I have left to do. I'm on stripe 27, it goes to 30. So this is what, I'm going to step back and show you this. So, what has been interesting is I've learned some new stitches and some new techniques. And, excuse me, still haven't got over my cold. And this is the colors, you know, island blanket. I'm going to block it before I do my border. I'm still deciding what border I want to do. I don't really care for the border that they have. It's just blah. So, I'm thinking of putting a shell border, being Seaside Sampler. I live on an island, seashell. So I just gotta look at my borders in my book, see which one I want to do. This is all done in Premier Everyday Anti-Pilling, worsted, with a 5.5mm hook. This is one of the Annie kits that you can go to if you go to annieskits.com. You can see this one. And they actually have this version in a knit now. So, put this back in there. This can go back in there. Okay, had a little bit of a technical glitch there. So, the last thing I want to show you is Charolettes Universe. Now, you remember way back, I started this blanket. Actually, the Pantone colors for that year were yellow and gray. This was 2020. And side note, FYI, the Pantone color for 2023 is magenta. So, could be an interesting year. So what I did, I told you that the pattern that I had printed up for this was different than the tutorial that It's in a Nutshell does for this. It's a 13-part tutorial on the blanket Charolettes Universe. It's actually the way she designs, the lady that does the Charolettes Universe, her name is oh, I can't remember her name. I'll have to look it up and put it in the description box. Is Charolettes Universe, the basic square, is one pattern, and then everything that was done after that was pulled from various patterns she's done in the tutorials. In the pattern I have, it's just plain double crochet posts, front post, back posts type things. And I wanted the blanket that was in the tutorial, so I have to sit and literally, I'll watch the tutorial and get the pattern repeat and then just go do it. So I ripped back, I don't know, 12 plus rounds of the blanket. Okay, this is the center. I'm currently on, let me see, this is the side I'm working on right now. This is the back side, this is the wrong side. Okay. And then this is the front side. So you can see it's intricate. There's umpteen different stitches, techniques, but it smells good. I don't know what I have in that bag, but it smells good. Don't mind me. But Charolettes Universe is basically ends on this square right here. This is where the gray's at. That's Charolettes Universe square. And now it's just a matter of going around with the I'm on part 5, so I've got like 8 more videos to watch for this blanket. How far I'll go, I don't know, because It's time consuming, but it's a very pretty pattern. She utilizes a lot of flower type stitches, and your front post, back loop only, all kind of different single, double, halves, double trebles. But this is what I have done so far. And all of these are various acrylic yarns. There's Mainstay, there's Burnett Premium, and as you can see, there's the yarn. And I'm doing it with a 5.5 eye hook. In the tutorial, she's using, and I never get this right, Scapier's DK. So she's using a smaller hook and a DK instead. I'm using worsted. And there's no rhyme nor reason to my color placement. I'm just picking what I think looks good. I think I've got 3 shades of gray, 3 or 4 shades of gray, yellow, and I added white. And those are the colors. And if I want to go bigger and I don't have enough of these yarns, then I will add. I have some variegated yarns that I can add to this. So that's what I have for works in progress, finished objects. I do have other things, that I've been working on, but I haven't worked on enough to really warrant putting them in the video. I'm starting to put progress keepers so you can see how far I've done from video to video. Trying to remember to move it when I finish. Upcoming. I showed some yarn yesterday. I believe I'm going to do Airbender for my New Year's Eve cast on. That's probably going to be a project that's going to take me well into summer because I can only work on it a little bit at a time. It is an advanced knitter's pattern by Lindsay Luchuk of Knit Eco Chic Design. As you all know, one of my favorite knitwear designers. But it has beads, it has drop stitches, it's got cables, it's got it all. And it's done with a very fine between a 1 and number 2 yarn with small knitting needles. So like I said, I tested the pattern when it came out back in 19, but I just did the basic pattern, and I've got very comfortable doing drop stitches now. I'm very comfortable with the way Lindsay writes her patterns. So, but just like I said, with the beads and stuff, because I want to do some stuff with beads. I got a lot of beads, and I want to do the whole shawl with the beads and add it to my Lindsay Luchuk collection that I have done. I have 2 of her shawls that I basically wear like a Charolette around my neck, and that was the plunge, and the one I tested for her, the English Cottage Garden. So I have those 2 done, and of course the dive top that I'm working on in the yellow Bamboo Joy I'll pick up later in the spring, because I'll wear it this summer. So that's one of the things. But I'm going to do that for my New Year's Eve cast on. Bouncing between using the Bamboo Fair and a couple other different yarns I have. Whatever it is, I want it to have tremendous drape. Excuse me. Dishcloths. I knock out some dishcloths now and then, just when I want something simple to do. I have some more fingerless mitt patterns, and of course I'm going to go through this here. We're going to do a book look on that because I see a couple patterns in there. I want socks. I want to knit some more socks. But I think that's really all I have for now. But I want to get a works finished objects video out because I haven't done one in a while. So I hope you're working the whips. See what I can get done by the end of the year, and we can just continue. Like, I have ongoing hashtags both in the Yayas and over here. Hashtag work the whips and hashtag outside your comfort zone, which, by the way, this month I've got to draw double winners because I don't think I did one last month to give away some free patterns for work the whips. I mean, for outside your comfort zone, and the postings everybody's doing are just awesome. The different things, and what that hashtag is, it's stepping outside your comfort zone and doing something you normally would do. Like mine is amigurumi. I do have my dragon that I will be working on. I gotta put a shelf up because I have a whole family of Ammies from Little Sister. That if you watch my Advent videos, you saw my first day when I got my little, and we're working on a name. And by the way, it is a female. So we gotta go with girls' names. It is a girl. I do know that much. She told me it was a girl. So I'm gonna keep looking at the names. But other than that, so I've got to go get ready for the tree lighting. I've got to go run some extension cords, like 250 feet worth of extension cords, and set the tables up, hot chocolate, cookies, all that good stuff. But I did want to get these videos out this morning. So remember, hug smiles, happiness, pass it on, make the world a better place. Continue it year round. With the feelings you have this time of year, they say the most wonderful time of the year, it should be the most wonderful time of your life. Be kind, be healthy, be safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, from Deer Island.